Hi, this is Last Jawa, and I created the fan-made Star Wars fighting game called Force Combat. And if you like Star Wars or like the concept of a Star Wars fighting game, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video. Now, when I came up with the initial concept for Force Combat, I always knew that I would want to build an arcade cabinet to house the game, just because that's how I was used to playing fighting games when they first sort of became a big thing. If you wanted to go and play Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, you had to go to the arcades because those games just weren't available on home consoles at that time. So my idea was always to create something like that for Force Combat. Now, if you've seen the design of the Mortal Kombat cabinets over the years, you'll see where some of the influence on the design of the Force Combat cabinet comes from. And I wanted to pay homage to those games in the design of the panels for this cabinet. But once that design was sort of decided upon, I then went through a few iterations of what it would look like, and then set about to try and find a cabinet builder that could build what I wanted. Once I found a cabinet builder that could create the cabinet, I worked with that cabinet builder to get the right cuts on the control panel and get the pre-printed vinyl graphics applied to the panels before having them shipped to me. Now, once the process of building those pieces was started, I then set about to find the other components that I needed to complete the cabinet, which were, of course, the 32-inch monitor, the speakers for the cabinet, the controls, the buttons and joysticks and so on, an amplifier for the speakers, and of course the PC to run Force Combat in the cabinet. Now, I also purchased a set of remote-controlled USB-powered LED lights, as this cabinet it would have a lit marquee, the title of the game at the top of the arcade cabinet. So that was also purchased. Now, once I had the panels in hand, the process of actually building the cabinet began. And I don't want to say that it was easy. If you're not mechanically inclined at all, you may find putting something like this together to be difficult. But for me, it was probably about as hard as just assembling like an IKEA cabinet or something like that. The most technical thing probably in the assembly of the cabinet is just the actual installation and wiring of the joysticks and control buttons, and getting all those things wired in and connected to the USB converters that go into the PC that's running the game. So the final result I'm very pleased with. This is the very first Force Combat arcade machine, and it's the only one in the world right now. And I have to say, it did come out really, really well. It's huge. It's very heavy. The T-molding, the chrome T-molding looks amazing. And even here in this video, the protective plastic is still on that T-molding, so you're not actually even seeing how nice that's gonna look. But it just has a lot of presence. It looks pretty amazing. And you'll see in the design of the cabinet that we've got sort of a dueling dark side, light side theme on both sides of the cabinet, which I think carries through really well in the design. And then we've got Palpatine on the kick plate there at the bottom, and of course the Last Jawa logo on the sides. We've got what I tried to do was basically represent all eras of the movie trilogies. So we've got original trilogy characters on here, we've got prequel trilogy characters on here, and we've got sequel trilogy characters on here. And here on the light side of the cabinet, we've got Yoda down there at the bottom, Obi-Wan in the middle there, and then front and center we've got Luke Skywalker with his green lightsaber, and then the Rebellion logo at the top. And you can see on the control deck, even on the control deck, that the dueling light side, dark side theme is carried through, even in the color of the buttons on each side, with the dark side buttons being red and the light side buttons being blue. This definitely feels like something you would find in an arcade back then, or even today. And there's just little details in the design also that you may not even see in this video, but just add to the feeling of quality on this. You've got the half Imperial cog, half Rebellion logo just under the screen, sort of a muted gray. And then you've got the dueling First Order logo on the control deck and the Rebellion logo on the other side with Rey. Just really, really nice look to everything and how it came together. Pretty pleased with it. So on the dark side panels, we've got the Imperial logo at the top, the Imperial cog. We've got Darth Vader over there looming over Boba Fett, and Darth Maul at the bottom. And in this arcade version of Force Combat, we've got the attract mode, CPU versus CPU mini matches running here. Of course, this cabinet does not have, a coin slot or anything. It's basically on free play all the time. Now the sound from the speakers is also really good. We're using two 6.5-inch speakers plus the actual speakers that are built into the monitor. And the sound isn't earth-shattering, but it is really good and gets the job done. And you can see on the control panel the labeling on the slash and kick buttons, block and grab, select start, and then we've got these 4 black buttons in the center here, which I haven't quite decided what we're going to use those for yet, but there will be a use for those. And now I know everyone's been asking since I announced this when they might be able to get their hands on one of these themselves. And just finished this one, and I would definitely want other people to be able to get their hands on it. So definitely watch this channel and or my Twitter feed to see when that might be a possibility. And as always, if you like the content, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on this video. And as always, I'm Lost Jawa, and may the Force be with you.